Hello and welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls, to today's Pick a Card reading. So today is just going to be a pretty simple one. I've been sort of intermittently, I've been doing a lot of personal readings, so thank you to everybody who has ordered a personal reading from me. I'm so grateful. Thank you to everyone who hasn't, who's just here. But as a result, I am losing my voice a little bit more frequently. It's fine right now, so this is going to just be a quick one, lest it decides to up and leave again. So today's just going to be, like I said, simple yes or no. We have three options to choose from. We have option one with this awesome little sunstone the sunstone like palm stone. And I was like, why does that sound weird? Like a worry stone. I love these things. Even when I'm not worried, they do the trick. So fun. So that's option one. We have option two with this honey calcite, which I think is going to start being a new pet name of mine. I'm going to start saying that to people, be like, oh, honey calcite. Don't mind me, I'm just in my own world here. And then option three with this amethyst. Look at her. Okay, so think of the question that you're looking for a yes or no answer on. Pause the video if you need to. Meditate, contemplate on the stacks in front of you when you have found one that kind of best resonates with your energy or the energy of your question, your query, if you will. Head down to the timestamps, which are in the description box below. With that, we're going to go to group one. Okay, hi group one. So you guys chose my little worry egg, my little worry boy. So I don't know why, I'm kind of getting the sense of like things being held. So somebody's trying to tell you, especially where this is a stone that promotes positivity, and since it's a worry stone kind of a thing, it's like trying to help ease anxiety. Like your spiritual team wants you to know in this situation you're asking about, like, don't worry, it's okay. And they're kind of trying to be like, okay. They just really want to put you at ease regardless of the answer, because I feel like there's a lot of, I almost feel like defensiveness, not even anxiety, like defensiveness. Can you guys see that, by the way? Oh, you can. Lovely. That's my buttons clicking against the desk. Sorry. So yeah, maybe like a bit of defensiveness, and not even necessarily like against somebody else, but maybe even the situation of like, you know, kind of maybe expecting the worst or something like that. So let's see what you have for your oracle cards. This is your yes or no, but I kind of want to look at what we have first. We have, we have air. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are air signs, known for being curious, intelligent, very communicative. An air sign will talk your ear off, sharing their brilliant ideas and talking you down their many trains of thought. They might just text you a novel while also swiping through a dating app and simultaneously posting the perfect selfie on social media. The embodiment of the gift of gab, they have a wide circle of friends and are easy to get along with. You may find them in the fields of communication, television, news, and writing. I'm really zoned in on news, so maybe some of you are waiting for news, you're waiting for communication. Some of you could feel anxiety because of just things that you see in the news. But there's something here with communication. There's something here with an idea. I'm hearing an exchange of ideas, or specifically I'm hearing an idea exchange. So it's like one for one, like maybe you're waiting to submit a proposal or waiting for somebody to submit Jesus, now I'm having a hard time talking. Submit a proposal to you. But there's something, this also has a racing thoughts feeling, because I'm like disoriented right now a little bit. So I do see that here. This might involve an air sign. That could be you. I'm just taking a quick sip of my coffee. Beautiful. But yeah, this that's what it is. I don't know why I tripped over my words so bad. We have card 15 that reduces to a 6. Fluorite with introspection. Okay, so again, a lot of thinking. This could involve you or somebody else, but there's been a lot of kind of going inward. I'm noticing for the first time ever these like little stars, and they go in size order, whether you're looking in ascending or descending order. There's something that has been, they're also showing me Russian, God. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are having a hard time communicating because there's many layers to this. Russian nesting dolls. There we go. Whew, sorry about that. So whatever this is, there might be many layers to this situation. It's like every time you kind of think you understand yourself, the other person, the dynamics involved in a situation, the players, so to speak, involved in a certain situation you're asking about, there's another layer that's added. There's a lot of complexity to this situation. So figuring out the next steps to take is often a more complex process than it otherwise would be. And we definitely see that here with the number 15. This makes me think of the devil as well. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could be one, but this could also be having to really like wade through the layers of your own kind of like karmic patterns, your fears, your vices, or somebody else's. So I definitely do see that here. Wow, okay, we have mutable moon, so there's that kind of like, this makes me think of Gemini, because we have air, and Gemini is the mutable air sign. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And we have the waves like crashing up here. So whatever this is, there's like racing thoughts and a lot of tumultuous emotions. Maybe this is why you were attracted to this like worry stone. Again, your team wants you to know like you're being held, you're being cared for in the situation. Because I feel like for a lot of you, there's this feeling of like, I am out there like, sorry. I heard this phrase recently on the internet and it fucking killed me. So pardon me because it's a tad crass, but it made me laugh. Like, somebody was like, can you believe it? There are people out there just raw dogging life. And this is kind of the energy. It feels like you're just sort of out there flailing around in the summation of time, space, trying to figure out what to do. Maybe some of you are kind of having like a little bit of an existential crisis right now. But there's something like that. Maybe like a sense of security for you, but that was also not the healthiest, was kind of recently taken out of your life. And now you're like, what am I doing? So there's a lot of kind of like tumultuous, like I said, thoughts and feelings sort of floating around in whatever this is that you're asking about. So your yes or no to your question is, oh yeah, look at that. This is a yes, first of all, with the 8 of Wands. This is fast forward movement, rapid fire communication. Even look at her body language. She's like, whoa, 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 whoa. So this could be where maybe somebody is like, or multiple people are all trying to message you. If you've been waiting for communication, you might intuitively sense this is coming before it does. And the frequency and amount of communication might surprise you. If you are waiting to hear from someone, it's like, especially if you've been waiting a while, you may have been in this more kind of like hermit mode, and it's like when they start talking, they won't shut the hell up. Like, you may have not, I'm thinking about the King of Swords right now with the air energy, the King and Queen of Swords. You may have not really gotten anything out of them, for the longest time. And then it's kind of like, when this person, because I'm noticing super small detail, there's a building in the background, right? So whether this is the town, her home, etc., it's like very far away from where you started. You've been on a journey, and this is why this might surprise you, because you might be in long-term like separation from this person. If this was like a job, you may have quit a long time ago, but this situation's coming back around. That's why like nothing is set in stone, and it's gonna come at you fast. You're gonna be like, where the hell did this come from? I want to pull an additional card about what this might be referring to. So the biggest thing here is news. Okay, this could have been referring to something having to do with your finances. This could be something with work, but this is also a situation where you had to weigh your options, weigh the pros and cons, weigh the benefits versus the, I'm hearing inconveniences. This also could be a situation where you were kept waiting, got back and forth for a long time. There's the King of Swords, there he is. So this could have referred to an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who kept you waiting with the back and forth kind of stuff. That's very Gemini and Libra for that matter. But this is, this also could talk about a situation where you had to go back and forth and you made a judgment call, or you're about to make a judgment call. And your team wants you to trust that you have the wisdom and the discernment to make this decision. If you already made this call, you made the right choice, and you're going to be getting confirmation of that very soon. For some of you, because the King is looking at the 2 and this person's looking away, somebody was keeping you waiting, going back and forth, so you put up like a solid boundary with them. You may have cut them off, cut them out, and then walked away from them. And it may have been a long time ago, and you might be surprised because they're coming in now with like, I don't want to say a vengeance, but they're coming in with like great force because they have a lot of shit to say to you. They've been thinking about it while you've been gone. Wow, there it is, King of motherfucking Cups. I try not to bend it to be a love reading if I don't see it that way. You know, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person has deep feelings for you, and I don't feel like they told you that, right? With the fish here, it's like they didn't make the leap is what I'm getting. And as a result, you may have walked away, either like literally walked away from them or just put them on ice pretty hardcore. It's like you made their decision for them, and they always regretted it, and now they're coming back to talk to you about it. For some of you, excuse my burp, for some of you, you are deciding between these two people, I gotta say it. And for some of you, you're trying to make a decision, and it's like you're going between the head and the heart. We have two kings, so this is ultimate mastery of the mental realm and the emotional realm, and you need to make a decision. If that's the case, if you're up in the air, whether it's about two people or two options, you know, which way to go, always spend time in quiet reflection and meditation to get in touch with your inner truth and use that as your compass. But I'm also feeling like if you are looking to make a decision, if you haven't made this decision yet, hold off a bit longer, because you might be getting information that might change the way you do things, or might change the timing, or might change your decision altogether. There's a lot of things you don't know, and it might surprise the hell out of you. So this is a yes, but there's a lot more to come in this situation. So kind of stay tuned. Nothing's 100% set in stone. Feel out the territory and try to find some time. I want to pull you guys an advice card, because I feel like this group is really stressed, and I want to, hello, would like to help. So we have the Emperor reversed. Wow, the Star reversed, so Aries and Aquarius, and the Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So I feel like this is really encouraging you. Yeah, the Tower is reversed at the bottom. You're making a lot of big changes, and it might feel out of control. So in times when you do feel out of control, when you feel off course, when you feel like nothing is going right, try to remind yourself that all of the good things you've done, all of the work you've done, everything that you've shared with other people is going to come back to benefit you, is going to come back to nourish you, to nurture you. You know, what goes around comes around, quite simply, is kind of what they're saying. And that the universe is looking out for you, even in those moments where it feels like maybe it's a punishment, you feel like you're not getting what you wanted, it's like bitter disappointment. It's only because something better. The universe is never going to give you less than you put in, less energy. So if something doesn't work out, it's because it wasn't matching your energy, and the universe isn't going to shortchange you on your rewards and your blessings. So this is everything I'm seeing for group one. I hope this has been helpful. Make yourself some chamomile, whatever you got to do. Take a bubble bath, take a nice walk outside, just like totally nurture yourselves. It's going to be okay. You deserve some peace and some rest. So I am so glad I got the chance to read for you guys today. I hope I get to again in the future. Take care of yourselves. It's been a blessing. Bye. Hi, group two. Okay, so you guys were attracted to the honey calcite. Wicked different vibe than group one. This is very happy-go-lucky, very positive. There's a lot more serenity here. I already feel like relieved. Like I feel like I just took a spiritual Valium, where I'm just like, oh God, all right, we can chill. So you might be kind of like, whatever the answer is might be a relief. You may have just gone through something really stressful, and now you're kind of just like, whew. I feel like too, I'm almost getting very sweet communication. So anyone who is coming forward with like, you know, I'm almost kind of like, you know, when a friend reaches out and they just say the right thing at the right moment, I feel like you're going to have a lot of like little moments like that, very, very like in the days following this reading, days and weeks following this reading, where people just reach out to you and they're like, hey, I was thinking of you today, and I really liked that time that we did this, or, you know, I saw this and I thought of you, and I hope you're having a great day, or I just appreciate you so much. Nice little words of love and gratitude are going to come from many different places for you, which is good because you deserve that. So let's see, this is your yes or no, and we'll get into it in a little bit. But for your oracle cards, we have We have Nessus. This asteroid is named for Nessus, a violent and devious centaur in Greek mythology. Although this asteroid's meaning can be difficult to face, Nessus can unlock areas of pain in our lives so that we can begin healing. Nessus can indicate areas of our lives and personal relationships where there has been major suffering or abuse, pointing to traumas that need to be worked through. Understanding how Nessus shows up in your chart can end cycles of pain and allow for personal transformation. So you guys have you guys may have recently been going through a little bit of group one's energy is lingering. May have recently been going through a lot of transformation and healing. You may have gone through a lot of purging. You might be finally finding peace, or you may have been in a cycle that was like a very full of suffering, right? Like long suffering kind of thing. And you may have kind of just whatever this is, it feels like you are moving past this energy, or you very soon will, and it's kind of that sigh of relief. So we have, okay, Lapis Lazuli with third eye chakra and consciousness. Card 2, in case that's important. And, whoa, holy shit, a time for healing. Did not... Okay, we're good. All right, so yeah, pretty clearly. So you've gone through a massive spiritual awakening and expansion not long ago, I'm feeling within the last year for many of you. And part of this has been really centered around healing. And I feel like this is a really interesting time because there's something where you've just released a massive blockage. And it's almost like this was here to help spiritually grow and expand you, but it's almost like you may not have noticed, or your gifts might not have been working the same way, because the third eye is our psychic abilities, may not have been working the same way or working as effectively because your emotional energy was diverted to this healing. And now it's like, as there's this kind of period of rest, of healing, of I don't know if you can tell, there's water here and it's very placid, right? Of finding this peace and this calm and having these words of love come forward, out of support. You might notice that your spiritual gifts have expanded and you're like, whoa, that's new. Whoa, this is new. Maybe your intuition is just on point in a way that it has never been before. Maybe you have a new psychic skill set that is developing itself, or you're finding that there's this new, a spiritual gift that's not necessarily a psychic skill set. So maybe you're finding that you have the gift of you can feel energy that you touch, so whether it's maybe you're really sensitive to what touches your hands and feet all of a sudden, or really sensitive to you're just your energy, you can read your own energy better. I'm having a hard time putting it into words. But maybe you're able to read your own energy better, and thus you're much more sensitive to the things you consume, not just food and drinks, but also the media you consume, the energy of the other people around you. There's something where I feel like you're getting a chance to not only heal, find rest and peace, but also to explore this new dimension of your spiritual gifts. It's very exciting. And this I feel like will be fun for many of you. You're gonna be like, ooh, I didn't realize I could do that. And the truth is you always could, but again, when we're going through something very, very difficult emotionally, we divert a lot of our energy to dealing with that and then the subsequent healing from that. And this is why when we're going through something very challenging, our spiritual gifts can kind of take a back seat because our energy is going to this other stuff. That's not uncommon. So if that happens to you, you are not alone. But for a lot of you, this is, if you're asking about healing, yes, this situation is bringing healing or will heal. If you're still going through this difficult cycle, know that it will end, and something better will take its place. But this is just kind of additional messages that Spirit wants you to know. So for your yes or no answer, we have, we have a no. So this is the Four of Cups. And the thing is I'm feeling like this is somebody else. This isn't you guys. I don't know why. For many of you, this is not you. And it's really interesting. So all the cards have the little emblem of whatever the suit is right here. But just the way that it is, it almost looks like it's on the ground with the other cups. Like she's looking at the 4 cups. And there's this 5th, right? Which would imply 5 cups, not 4. Whatever is going on with this person, this situation, whether this is like a family member, a romantic partner, an ex-romance, a friend. I feel like it's something where they were already in a place of this Four of Cups energy, right? This kind of boredom, this apathy, this not really participating in their emotional world, right? In life at an emotional level, not really getting attached or involved. And I feel like you came along with this love to offer, and they either just like didn't take notice, or they kind of like took you for granted in a major way. And this is because they were really still dealing with, like, they've gone through something that's been very traumatic for them emotionally, and as a result they're living in this Five of Cups energy where they have grief and they have pain, but it's buried down so deep that they don't even register it. They just kind of go through life a bit detached, not really having a lot of close connections, and it's not like you were offering something kind and loving and supportive, and you were offering something good, something that would have probably been very healing for them as well. But they just didn't really take you up on your offer, and your team wants you to know that has nothing to do with you. Intuitively, you may have been able to sense this about them. You may have been able to sense that they've really gone through a lot. You may have been able to sense that, you know, there was something there. There's some kind of attraction. There was some kind of, you know, signals that they might be, you know, interested in progressing things further. But, you know, ultimately I feel like what Spirit wants to talk about is that this person really needs to heal, right? This person, a balsamic moon is like right before the new moon, right? So it's like, I think about it where you only have the sliver of a moon, and if the moon is like in part representative of your emotions and your emotional consciousness and your subconscious, imagine this person only has this tiny little bandwidth to work with right now. So if this is a situation where you're asking about a person, or asking if they're gonna like come back, if they're gonna accept your offer, if they're gonna reach out to you, the answer is no, and not because your offer isn't divine or worthy or full of love, because they only have this little tiny bandwidth to be able to address you. And until they heal from this very traumatic, difficult thing that has really stunted their emotional growth, they're not going to be able to provide you with the love. Like, the energy of this is so different than the energy I was picking up while holding the stone, right? This is like lightness and sweetness and love and peace and harmony, all of the wonderful things that life has to offer that you, my lovely viewer, deserve. And this isn't a bad person. This is a very, very hurt person, a very wounded person who cannot take you up on your offer. Now, this is not like a, you know, relationship, romantic or otherwise. This could be a situation where you were really, it feels like let's say this is a job you really wanted. You were really like offering your help, your support, you're very excited about it. And I feel like you just kind of like got ignored, you got passed over. And the reason why is because the person who was making these decisions has kind of a jaded perspective due to their own previous experiences. It's like they can't connect with their psychic gifts, their higher senses. They can't really, it's like they're not really seeing clearly. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. They're not really seeing clearly at an emotional, intuitive, and spiritual level. It's like they can't see you because they're not even looking, right? She's looking down. At least in the traditional Four of Cups, the guy is leaning against the tree, and so he's at eye level. But here, she's below it and she's looking down. She's gonna miss this shit entirely. So whoever was in charge of making these decisions was not really seeing you. What was it? Claire Summer, she runs the Lumiere channel. I highly recommend going to check out her readings if you don't already. She calls it, she talks about it and says when people can see you in a psycho-spiritual sense, and I love that terminology, like, wow, beautiful, amazing. She and I actually have the same birthday too, which I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Seriously, go check her out. She's lovely. But yeah, like, this is like they can't see the potential of the offer that you're bringing in. So it's not to say that you're not worthy, but there's something better, because I feel like you have this energy coming in. So this situation, not going to serve you. This is the energy you want. I want to know a little bit more though. I want to put this one over here. This is a clarifier, and then these. Yeah, the Page of Cups at the bottom. Look at this is kind of like you, but this is also what you deserve. This sweetness, this just like kind words. You know, the Page of Cups never worries about like coming off, you know, too eager, too enthusiastic. He's just a little love bug. So I want to look at this first to clarify. Yeah, we have the Tower reversed. This situation was not going to be a stable situation. So this is very much a situation of rejection is redirection or rejection is protection. I know we all get sick of hearing that sometimes, but this is not where you want to be. And this person, this job, this situation is not seeing you clearly. Very distorted vision. I don't know what this is. But ooh, we have the Ten of Pentacles right here. The Three of Cups. See, exactly. Oh my shit. Okay, the Lovers. I'm done. All right. See, this is why you don't want this. You don't want somebody who is on the fence about you, or you don't want a job that's like about you. This person here, this person's got the energy of a wet sock. It's 2022. We don't do that anymore. Like, you don't deserve a wet sock, do you? No, you don't. And this is what I'm saying is you've come too far in your own personal evolution and growth to be a vibrational match for this. So it may seem like I made this offer, I was really interested, because you see the potential here, but whoever is running the situation, whoever this person is, if it's a relationship, whoever you're interested in, does not see you the same way. Their view is distorted. They cannot see. It's not a matter of you not being good enough. They're not seeing you properly. And that's their own stuff clouding their perception. But in not getting this, what is up ahead? This is the energy I'm talking about. Yes, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the Lovers. This is big, beautiful love. This is everything your heart desires. This is where you have abundance. You have people who are either family or feel like family surrounding you. You have support. You have just like a shower of abundance, and you have people to share it with. You have a beautiful, you know, divine love to share this with, and soul tribe, family members. Like, you know, this is everything you could want in these three cards. So you do not want a wet sock, because you're about to get what's the opposite of a wet sock? A dry boot? A dry glove? I don't know. You're about to get everything. It doesn't matter. You're getting the whole damn outfit. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. And now is also a time where if you've already gone through this and you've maybe, you know, left this situation behind, either by force or by your own, you know, decision or a combination thereof, right now is a time for healing and taking a new perspective. And letting this go and really welcoming into your energy field those people who are going to celebrate you, who love you, those people who will stick around, those people who will choose you over and over and over again, because that's what love really is, right? In those moments where the romance fades, or those moments where it's not easy, and even in friendship, in the moments where it's not always fun when you're going through stuff and you need a friend, it's the person who gets up and chooses you every single day. That's what it really means to love someone. It's an active verb. And you want somebody who's going to participate. And this situation was not going to participate in your happiness, not going to contribute. So it is a no, but for very, very positive things up ahead. You are going to get so much better than what you are seeking and asking for. So this is all I have for group 2. I hope this has been helpful. I am wishing you a lovely, safe, happy, healthy day and week ahead. I'm so grateful I got the chance to read for you. I hope I get to again in the future, and I'm wishing you many blessings until then. Take care, guys. Bye. Oof, my hand should not have made that sound. Crickle crackle, give me the spackle. Sitting here talking to myself. Okay. Hi, group 3. Okay. I feel like I want to bounce around in my seat a little bit, so I feel like you guys are kind of energized. You're kind of like, all right, let's do this. Let's get up and go. The first 2 groups, all very distinct, different energies today, which is really interesting. So you guys kind of have this like can-do attitude. I feel like you have a good amount of like, you have a good balance of like motivation, but you're not like overly like go, 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 or like so, you know, like tunnel vision that you're like stressing yourself out, but you're also like not kind of, you know, so chill, go with the flow that you're pretty much dead. So this is really good. And I feel like part of this is you're in flow with your intuition. You're taking I'm hearing divine hints. You're taking divine hints, but direction very well. And it's like your compass a little bit, right? So you're in flow right now. You're in that co-creative place. This is beautiful energy here. So this is your yes or no, and we'll get to it in a little bit, but I want to look at your oracle cards first. So we have, Cardinal, loving it. So this is Aries, Libra, and Capricorn are the cardinal qualities. These qualities represent leadership within the zodiac. Aries, the first zodiac sign, indicates the spring or astrological new year and the birth or beginning of something. I like how I know what they mean by birth or beginning, but it sounds like we don't know what birth means. And it's just sweet. I don't know why it made me giggle. Cancer is the sign of summer solstice energy and the abundant wellspring of the divine feminine. Libra balances our scales with the fall equinox, indicating that we have made it halfway through the year. Capricorn brings us to the end of a cycle as we spiritually hibernate with the winter solstice. So this is really great leadership kind of energy, but new beginnings, right? Very like empowered new beginnings too. Again, you're being led by spirit, but you're also taking the lead. This is good. I like this already. Woo, and there they are. What is stuck to my card? What is that? Oh my God, you guys, I had these on the table and I was eating tomatoes last night, and it's a little bit of tomato. I'm sorry. I'm like this. So we have card 5. We have tangerine quartz with the solar plexus chakra and Shakti. Again, leadership. It's like you're going down this hallway, right? You're being led by spirit, but I also feel like you're not just being passive in that leadership. You're taking, this might be a new seat, like a new part of your personality, because I'm noticing the snake, so transformations, and then we have a 5, which is changes. This might be new, where you're finally harnessing your power and you're just like, you know what? We're just going to do this. We're just going to go for it. I'm going to get intuitive messages from spirit. I trust it, and then we're going to go. We're just going to try it. We're going to see what happens. And I feel like this might be a new like take charge energy for you. I like it. Okay, so we have full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. I feel like you guys are working through that, right? There might be trepidation around this new chapter, this new beginning, but you're kind of like working through that, and it's kind of this energy of like, you know what? I trust in myself. I trust that spirit's going to like lead me in the right direction. I feel like you've mostly let go of any negativity around this and fear around this. You're really taking charge, and I like it. Like very, we've got some BDE going on here. Taking a sip of my coffee. Some of you might be Scorpios as well, or any of the cardinal signs, or asking about them. If you're asking, whatever the answer is, if you're asking like, should I, if you're asking about a situation like what to do next or something like that, you are kind of being encouraged to take some type of leadership role and know that only the best will happen. Even if it's not the answer you want, only the best is coming out of this situation. But let's see what your actual answer is. We have, yeah, look at her, the 9 of Pentacles. Love it. Okay, so this could be work related, very much so. But this is about your abundance. This is also about your freedom, doing something that you really want to do. Being very independent. Again, we see this energy echoed so many times. And taking a leadership role. I'm hearing it's time for you to fly. It's time for you to be free here. You really shed an old skin. And I feel like this might have been difficult for you before. You may have liked to have always been in partnership or struggled to make decisions or had a lot of fear around making decisions. But I feel like that's evaporating for you. And you're starting to see a lot of abundance come forward. If you're asking about career, you're about to get a huge boost to your finances, as well as your status. You're about to get like a lot more respect. I definitely feel like that for you. So I want to get more information about what this is about. Jesus. Okay, I wasn't going to take that many, but then they are all like flying out. Yeah, the 9 of Swords is at the bottom. I feel like you've been overcoming anxiety about that. She has got her boob out. Just noticed that. Sorry. I don't care, but apparently YouTube cares about boobs. Boob tube. Anyway, that's already a thing. So we have the Emperor reverse, which is Aries energy. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords and a King of Cups. Okay. So here's what it is. I feel like in many situations, this is interesting because these actually came out in group 1, but totally different vibes. I feel like in a lot of situations, you've had to kind of make decisions, and it's been where you're at odds between the head and the heart, right, with these 2 kings. Masculine air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I think I mentioned Aries. You've had to make decisions. And the thing is because these are both kings, these are areas of your life where you are at full maturation and mastery. And even, you know, the Emperor is like all 4 kings of the tarot rolled into one, right? But there's been some issue around fully claiming your power in these areas, right? Seeing yourself as powerful, seeing yourself as a leader, and thus trusting your decision making moving forward. Look at the water going up and down here, right? It's like you're trying to have your ships come in, but there's a lot of turbulence. There's a lot of emotional upheaval, and this comes from struggling to, it's like you're trying to decide which side of yourself to honor instead of understanding that both are parts of yourself and that both are required at different areas of life. And that might have been it, where there's like you know, it's kind of like trying to figure out like a one size fits all like trajectory. And I kind of feel like now you're being encouraged to be a little more fluid and trust in spirit more for guidance. Like it's kind of like you're less afraid of making the wrong choice. You're less afraid of making a mistake, right? You've let go of a certain element of control while still staying in your power and being really fluid. And I feel like you've been working on seizing your power and having confidence in that, but also releasing negativity about the way things come about or the outcome. And this is where this Emperor reverse comes in, where you're like letting go of the control aspect, where you're kind of like, you know what? I know I'm smart. I know I'm a great communicator. I know I have good ideas. I know this for sure. I can make a plan, and it's a great damn plan. And then there's this King of Cups where you're saying, I also know that I can lead compassionately. I'm a good listener. I'm emotionally stable and mature. I can, you know, communicate my feelings. You have a lot going on, a lot of power here. And instead of having to decide which side of yourself to honor or, you know, fear around making the wrong choice of, you know, an approach here, instead of any of that, I feel like you're learning to work and balance both sides of you. And that's why you're creating a lot of abundance for yourself. So this is a yes to your question, and a very, very positive, empowered yes. And I kind of just want to pull you a couple of extra cards because this is a pretty concise message. The 3 of Wands reversed. Sorry, I'm just closing my door real quick. You've been waiting for, like I said, your ships to come in, but they haven't, because there's like this decision that needs, I feel like you look at it like a decision, but it's not. It's a balance that needs to be stricken. You don't need to do either or. It's not either or, it's this and more, right? It's incorporating these both very powerful, mature sides of you. They're not diametrically like opposed. It's a duality, not a polarity. Does that make sense? Okay. So your advice from Spirit is, the 9 of Swords. The 3 of Swords reverse is going to do that, so her little boob is covered. Free the boob. And the 2 of Swords, holy shit, yeah, okay. So I feel like you've done a lot of healing to the mental body. We have all swords here. This is, again, indecision, being unable to decide and needing to lean on your intuition in those moments where you feel like you don't have enough information, right? So this is really, asking, like, you've come a long way in healing your anxiety around making decisions. And now is time to kind of bring that full circle by releasing negativity, or releasing fear. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. Releasing fear around making the wrong choice, right? Around taking the wrong path. You are a natural born leader, and this leadership quality in your life and this application of this leadership quality is going to bring you quite a lot of abundance and, again, status or respect. A lot of masculine energy here, regardless of how you identify. So you are being encouraged to really step into your masculine energy. We see that with the solar plexus chakra, and really claim your power here, knowing that you are allowed to be multifaceted. You are encouraged. The best leaders are that. They are people who are, who are smart, who can make a solid plan, who can strategize, but who have compassion for the people they are leading, who do so with empathy and who do so, from a place of equanimity. There we go, right? Like, they never feel like they're above other people. They lead people, but they are the same as the people they lead. And we need more people who are like that in positions of power. So this is spicy. Again, this is very much a yes, very positive yes in business, finances, any personal project that you very much wanted to kind of, you know, to make headway on. And I'm feeling like any travel too with the bird. I'm really drawn to travel. So I think this is everything I have for you, group 3. If this has been helpful, feel free to, if this has been helpful, I hope this has been helpful. God, I can't talk. There we go. You guys, I'm having a tough time. I hope this has been helpful. I am so glad I got the chance to read for you. I hope I get to again in the future. And I'm wishing you big, beautiful blessings until then. Take care, folks. Bye.